Hey everyone, I'm Ben. Welcome back to Q&A. We got a question about why I play open-handed. It's a good question. A lot of you have asked it, so I thought it's time to finally reveal the mystery of why I play left-handed on a right-handed drum kit, or is also known as open-handed. So when I first started playing the kit, I was like, right, I'm going to try and play a groove badly, but I did put my left hand on the hi-hat and my right hand on the snare because it made sense for me because that's where they're positioned and why would I cross my hands over? And that might be because I'm a bit ambidextrous anyway. You know, I draw and write with my left hand, but I throw a ball and do all my like power stuff, pushing or whatever with my right hand. And I kick right-footed. So, you know, if I'm going to kick a football, I definitely have to be on my right foot. So it's kind of like a bit of a mix. I'd consider myself left-handed, but I do a lot of stuff right-handed and right-footed. And that seems to fit perfectly for me behind the kit. You know, my left side is my more sort of creative, technical side, and my right hand is more power. So if you think about it, left hand on the hi-hat, left hand on the ride, right hand on the snare, you know, that's like the power side. So it was just very natural for me. And that just stuck. That's just how I played drums from that point. I really enjoy playing like that. You know, there's definitely some pros and cons. I would say pros would be, it's really nice having your hands open a lot of the time. You can play grooves, hi-hat and snare, where you can bring both hands up and bring them like that for big, powerful grooves without having to worry about crossing them over. But again, it's not like that restricts any of the right-handed guys. It's just, I guess it's a bit easier. Disadvantages are you've got to have your ride over on the left-hand side, and that can be a bit awkward for placement and positioning. And if you're playing a right-handed kit, you know, moving around that kit in a left-handed way can be a little bit tricky. So you've got to work out a few things to kind of move fluidly around a kit that's set up for a right-handed person. But I mean, I would never change it. I mean, I probably couldn't now because it's so the way that I play. You know, I feel fortunate that I do play open-handed because it's a cool thing, it's different. You know, it kind of makes my life easier for me because I'm glad that I took that approach rather than going full left-handed. It might be a bit controversial if anyone watching is completely left-handed. I think there's benefits to being full lefty. What I mean is playing a kit that's completely flipped, left foot on the bass drum, right foot on the hi-hat, you're crossing over, left hand on the hi-hats. The advantage is you kind of get the natural movement that way around the kit, left hand leading, but the big disadvantage for me would be kit share, being at gigs where you're supporting or just jumping on a kit without having to move the whole thing around. It kind of adds quite a bit of setup time, and it is more awkward than just being able to jump on a right-handed kit. So there you go. I personally love being open-handed. It's a big part of my identity as a drummer, I think, and it shapes how I play and how I sound. Would I say you should go and learn open-handed? Not necessarily. You know, I think there's pros and cons to each. If you're naturally sort of left-handed and right-footed, definitely try it out. You know, or if you're just starting out and you want to try and experiment with being open-handed, I mean, if you can add a bit of that into your playing, it's just awesome. So again, there's no right or wrong, but that's why I play open-handed. So there you go. I hope that clears up the mystery of why I play like I do. Thanks very much for the question, and if you guys have got any more, please ask them in the comment section down below. I'm taking my favourite questions and turn them into videos. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. It was just very natural for me, but you know, I knew that there were advantages and disadvantages.
Don't start that whole section again, just cut.
I'm not. That's really horrible.